A crow is a bird of the genus Corvus, or more broadly, a synonym for all of Corvus. The word crow is used as part of the common name of many species. The related term raven is not linked scientifically to any certain trait but is rather a general grouping for larger-sized species of Corvus. The collective name for a group of crows is a murder. The crow is found in many places around the world: Corvus albus, pied crow, Central African coasts to southern Africa. Benneti, little crow, Australia. Brachyrhynchos, American crow, United States, southern Canada, northern Mexico. Capensis, Cape crow or Cape rook, eastern and southern Africa. The American crow, such as these in this video, is a large passerine bird species of the family Corvidae. It is a common bird found throughout much of North America. American crows are the New World counterpart to the carrion crow and the hooded crow of Eurasia. They all occupy the same ecological niche. The pied crow is a widely distributed African bird species in the crow genus of the family Corvidae. The little crow, Corvus benneti, is an Australian species of crow, very similar to the Torresian crow in having white bases to the neck and head feathers, shown when ruffled in strong wind, but slightly smaller, 38 to 45 centimeters in length, and with a slightly smaller bill. It has the same white iris that distinguish the Australian species from all other corvus except a few island species to the north of Australia. The western jackdaw, now Caloius monedula, shares that trait, but while formerly considered members of Corvus, the jackdaws are now commonly put into their own genus Caloius. Like the Australian raven, the little crow has a blue ring around the pupil. The Cape crow or black crow, Corvus capensis, is slightly larger, 48 to 50 centimeters in length, than the carrion crow and is completely black with a slight gloss of purple in its feathers. It also has proportionately longer legs, wings, and tail, and has a much longer, slimmer bill that seems to be adapted for probing into the ground for invertebrates. The head feathers have a coppery purple gloss and the throat feathers are quite long and fluffed out in some calls and displays. The Sulawesi crow is a passerine bird in the crow family Corvidae that is endemic to the Indonesian island of Sulawesi. It was formerly considered as conspecific with the Sunda crow with the combined taxa known as the slender-billed crow. The hooded crow, Corvus cornix, also colloquially called just hoodie, is a Eurasian bird species in the genus Corvus. Widely distributed, it is found across northern, eastern, and southeastern Europe, as well as parts of the Middle East. It is an ashy gray bird with black head, throat, wings, tail, and thigh feathers, as well as a black bill, eyes, and feet. Like other corvids, it is an omnivorous and opportunistic forager and feeder. The carrion crow is a passerine bird of the family Corvidae, native to Western Europe and the eastern Palearctic. The Indian jungle crow, Corvus culminatus, is a species of crow found across the Indian subcontinent south of the Himalayas. It is very common and readily distinguished from the house crow, Corvus splendens, which has a gray neck. In the past, the species was treated as a subspecies of another crow species, but vocalizations and evidence from ectoparasite coevolution and phylogenetic evidence have led to it being considered as a distinct species in modern taxonomic treatments. It differs in its voice from the large-billed crow, Corvus macrorhynchos, found in the higher elevations of the Himalayas, and the eastern jungle crow, Corvus levelantii, overlaps in the eastern part of its range. In appearance, it can be difficult to distinguish from either of these species, although the plumage tends to be more uniformly glossed in purple and has a longer bill with a fine tip and a less arched culmen. The Himalayan species has a slightly wedge-shaped tail, unlike the rounded tail of the Indian jungle crow, and tends to glide a lot. The Somali crow, or dwarf raven, is approximately the size of the carrion crow, Corvus caron, but with a longer bill and a somewhat more brownish cast to the feathers, especially when worn. The Sunda crow, Corvus enca, is a passerine bird of the family Corvidae that is found in Southeast Asia, from Malaysia to Borneo. The Sunda crow is part of the Corvus enca species complex, which was formerly treated as a single species and known as the slender-billed crow. The complex is now treated as 5 species, after 4 subspecies were split off as distinct species: the Samar crow or small crow, Corvus samarensis; the Palawan crow, Corvus pusillus; the Sulawesi crow, Corvus celebensis; and the Sierra Madre crow, Corvus sierramadrensis. The violet crow was also once included, but has been shown to be distinct genetically and separated as Corvus violaceus. The Flores crow is a species of bird in the family Corvidae. It is endemic to Indonesia. The brown-headed crow, Corvus fusicapillus, is a passerine bird of the genus Corvus in the family Corvidae. Endemic to Indonesia, it has a fragmented distribution in subtropical or tropical moist lowland forest and subtropical or tropical mangrove forest. It is threatened by habitat destruction, and the IUCN has rated it as being least concern. The Hawaiian crow or Alel, Corvus hawaiensis, is a species of bird in the crow family, Corvidae, that is currently extinct in the wild, though reintroduction programs are underway. It is about the size of the carrion crow at 48 to 50 centimeters, 19 to 20 in length, 3. But with more rounded wings and a much thicker bill. It has soft, brownish-black plumage and long bristly throat feathers. The feet, legs, and bill are black. For today, the Hawaiian crow is considered the most endangered of the family Corvidae. 5. They are recorded to have lived up to 18 years in the wild and 28 years in captivity. Some native Hawaiians consider the Hawaiian crow an Aumaku, family god. 4. The species is known for its strong flying ability and resourcefulness, and the reasons for its various extirpations are not fully understood. It is thought that introduced diseases, introduced predators, and habitat loss were probably significant factors in the species' decline. 6. The Jamaican crow, Corvus jamaicensis, is a comparatively small corvid, 35 to 38 centimeters in length. It shares several key morphological features with 2 other West Indian species, the Cuban crow, Corvus nasicus, and the white-necked crow, Corvus leuconaphalus, of Hispaniola, which are very closely related to it. The white-necked crow, Corvus leuconaphalus, is the largest of the 4 Caribbean corvids. It is endemic to the island of Hispaniola, split between Haiti and the Dominican Republic. It was formerly also extant on Puerto Rico and St. Croix in the United States Virgin Islands, but has been extirpated from both islands due to considerable forest clearance and hunting for meat. The New Caledonian crow, Corvus menegeloides, is a medium-sized member of the family Corvidae, native to New Caledonia. The bird is often referred to as the quaquaw due to its distinctive call. It eats a wide range of food, including many types of invertebrates, eggs, nestlings, small mammals, snails, nuts, and seeds. The New Caledonian crow sometimes captures grubs in nooks or crevices by poking a twig at the grub to agitate it into biting the twig, which the crow then withdraws with the grub still attached. This method of feeding indicates the New Caledonian crow is capable of tool use. They are also able to make hooks. This species is also capable of solving a number of sophisticated cognitive tests which suggest that it is particularly intelligent. As a result of these findings, the New Caledonian crow has become a model species for scientists trying to understand the impact of tool use and manufacture on the evolution of intelligence. These are just a few of the many species of Corvus found around the world. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. Much more information on the Corvus can be found on Wikipedia. Thanks for watching. You are awesome. Goodbye.